Chapter 2 Whispers of the Meadow. As Shadow stepped tentatively into the vastness of the sunny meadows, his heart carried the weight of abandonment and the ache of loss. The meadows, with their undulating waves of grass, seemed to welcome him, yet the beauty of this place could not fill the void left by his family and the human he had once called his own. The first few days were a blur of survival. Shadow learned to navigate the meadows, his small frame darting through the tall grasses, chasing the fleeting shadows cast by the clouds above. He found solace in the quietude, the only sounds being the rustle of the wind and the distant call of birds. But as the days turned into weeks, the silence grew heavier, a constant reminder of his solitude. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and red, Shadow stumbled upon an ancient oak tree. Its massive branches stretched out like arms, offering shelter and a sense of protection. Shadow, drawn to its grandeur, decided to make it his refuge for the night. But as he curled up among the roots, a chill descended upon the meadow, and with it, a sense of foreboding. That night, Shadow was awakened by a whispering wind, its voice carrying sorrowful tales of past tragedies that had unfolded under this very tree. The whispers spoke of a time when the meadow was not a place of beauty, but a battleground, soaked in the blood of those who dared to claim it. The tree, a silent witness to the meadow's dark history, was said to be cursed, its roots entwined with the souls of the fallen. Fear gripped Shadow's heart as the wind's mournful tales filled his mind. He wanted to run, to escape the oppressive atmosphere that the ancient oak now exuded. But as he attempted to flee, a thick fog rolled in, enveloping the meadow, obscuring his path, and deepening his sense of despair. Lost and disoriented, Shadow wandered through the fog, each step taking him further into the heart of the meadow's forgotten tragedies. The night seemed endless, and with every passing moment, Shadow felt the meadow's sorrow seeping into his bones. As dawn broke, the fog lifted, revealing a meadow transformed. The once vibrant greens appeared dull, and the air hung heavy with an unspoken grief. Shadow, exhausted and overwhelmed by the night's ordeal, collapsed under the oak tree, its branches now seeming less like shelter and more like prison bars. In the days that followed, Shadow's once adventurous spirit was overshadowed by the tragedy that clung to the meadow. He became a shadow of his former self, haunted by the whispers of the wind and the sorrow of the land. The meadow, with its hidden secrets and sorrowful past, had changed him forever. One fateful day, as Shadow lay listlessly under the oak, a figure emerged from the tall grasses. It was Ruby, a cheerful rabbit, unaware of the meadow's tragic tales. Her lively hops and innocent curiosity stirred something within Shadow, a flicker of the spirit he thought he had lost. Ruby, with her infectious enthusiasm, beckoned Shadow to follow her, to explore the meadow's beauty beyond the sorrow. Hesitant at first, Shadow soon found himself drawn to Ruby's light, her presence a balm to his wounded heart. But the meadow's tragic past was not easily forgotten. As Shadow and Ruby ventured further, they stumbled upon relics of the meadow's history, each piece telling a story of loss and redemption. Shadow realized that the meadow's beauty was born from its pain, a poignant reminder of the resilience of life. In Ruby, Shadow found an unexpected companion, her boundless energy and joy a stark contrast to the sorrow that had enveloped him. Together, they navigated the complexities of the meadow, finding beauty in its scars and learning to embrace the tragedy that had shaped